A lot of smoke.
Lots of cardboard. Ooh, we're gonna smoke the van out. And have some boogers in my face.
We're nearing the end of our build and we got a lot of bullshit.
We're nearing the end of our build and we've got a lot of bullshit. And look at all the cardboard we have. That isn't even all of it. But we have a lot of scrap wood. That is more the point.
Look, we got some Christmas gifts.
Look
Well,
at that.
that one I've destroyed.
Christmas
but
gift.
that, which is for this, a
Whoa.
little diesel 3-gallon
Spare diesel
jerry
container.
can there.
Nice.
And then got a ladder and tracks. We bought the ladder,
Well,
but
yeah, 'cause Santa didn't bring us the ladder.
sent us the tracks.
All right, let's go check out our scrap wood. Beautiful. All this. I'm gonna pick through it, and some of it we'll save, but most of it will get recycled back into the earth, and then I'll probably add it to my compost pile.
Got 2 fires going now. Oh, what's going on?
Double fire! You know you're a hillbilly when you light a fire in a wheelbarrow.
In the front yard.
In the front yard.
And spray painting right next to it. It is the end of the year and we're closing in on the finish line for our van build here. As you can see, we have our door panels on, which I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. We try to match a pattern up. And then our garage is pretty well put together. We've got our fresh air unit in, the lights are all set. We've got all those blue panels are removable, so if you have to work on the electrical or this fresh air plumbing, you can. We're gonna cover up this tire and then add some trim for the extrusion here. A little bit of a mess going on in here. I've been doing some minor fixes on a lot of stuff. So we do have all of our cabinetry up. It's not done. So we did do these little undermount lights. We have our upper head shelf in. These guys are up. That's the pattern I was talking about on the doors. But then the front of these, instead of putting a door on it, we're instead gonna try to use bungee. We have built an overhead cabinet. We just need to put it in because we're gonna be putting this like trim here to close that all up. And then this and the sliding door are our last big things aside from just small trim here and there. So the sliding door is what we're gonna be tackling next, and then we'll be very close. But that's just the van side of things, you know. We are still in a position where we want to do the YouTube thing full time. And like a big part of it is you guys on Patreon keeping us afloat. Well, you've been helping us afford the finishing or the remainder of this van conversion. And then that money will most likely go toward like gas and I don't know what, food. Oh, the van payment itself, so that we could then take our money, which I have none left. And Julie has a little nest egg. I'm gonna try to work some side jobs, but take our money to buy food and our other expenses. You know, we both still have college debt and we have our vehicle insurance, and Julie has got a truck that she's gonna be selling. A 2014 Ford F-150. You can't really see it. Yeah, the EcoBoost. Yeah, so if anyone's looking for a truck. But our hope is that we can survive off of the YouTube content and maybe some small freelance gigs so we can be more like on the road full time. But with that being said, our whole channel is built on build content, which means we've built our viewership and algorithm, or whatever you want to call it, our space on YouTube all around that. And then when we go and travel, it's going to change that. And we already don't get really any views anymore. We think the build stuff is pretty much dead, but we're also not using the analytics like we should. That's something we're trying to put our focus on. You know, we're not releasing a whole lot of content right now. We were gonna release a video saying like, oh, we're close to done, but we still have a big checklist to go, da 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 da, and it just didn't happen. You know, we're trying to put our time toward finishing the van and then hopefully figuring out the best way to make the channel grow and bring in more money so we can continue to do this, because right now we really can't. We're being pretty stupid about it, and we're risking a lot of, we're being risky, I guess.
Hello. Welcome to our campfire.
Should we finish this up in the van?
Finish what up?
Talking to camera. You said like 3 words.
Okay.
That was really bad. So it's actually New Year's Eve right now. So when this releases, Happy New Year's. This is how we're spending our crazy New Year's Eve party. Freezing our butts off working on the van. This whole past year has just been this van and life, you know. We really wanted to get this done in 6 months, and that's kind of what this video we were hoping to make was about, the process and our initial goals and then what it ended up being. And by the time we're like said and done with everything, it probably took us 1.5 years, right?
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
A full year longer than we originally budgeted for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And I really hope that we can turn this YouTube channel into something worth watching. Or I guess not so much that, something that we can live off of. Because I've been doing this, what, 3 years now? And we've kind of hit a standstill. When we did our research and looked at other like build channels, they're also pretty stagnant. They're not getting a ton of views. They're not getting a lot of growth that these other channels are getting. And we're not trying to like repeat the wheel. We don't want to imitate everything we're seeing bigger channels like Eamon and Beck and Trent and Allie doing. And we're also not going to go do van tours. So we want to try to make something that's unique but also caters to things we want to do. You know, there's definitely a game to YouTube, and I guess I've slightly been refusing to play it because I'm afraid that it's gonna kill me creatively. But in the long run, this build has kind of killed me creatively. I still try to have fun with it, but I'm definitely burnt. And, you know, after doing this, mainly just this for the videos, like we did 2 trip videos maybe.
Yeah.
It gets redundant.
Well, we got to a point where like we're just doing it because it's the next step. You know, like we did the plumbing and now it's the garage and we have to make a garage video, or we did the, you know, whatever, and it's like, okay, well, what's the next video?
Yeah.
But we need to think of it more in terms of like, what do people want to watch, and what is something new that hasn't been done yet, and what is something that is fun and creative for us too.
Right.
It's not just every stage of the build, but
Right.
we really want to turn the channel into like a business and dedicate all of our time towards it and let it grow.
Yeah.
And we can't do that the way that we've been going.
No, we're kind of just like down at a steady 3,000 some views, and that's just not going to cut it. So hopefully we can revitalize the channel and not just let it stay stagnant and die. I don't know if it's going to be Dog Cat Man Van, you know, it might come as a different name that's going to be more representative of what we are now. But I realize it's going to be kind of starting from the ground up again, in a way. We're going to have to reinvent ourselves slightly. which is another daunting task. You know, we
Yeah.
finish one and now we're going to go take on another, and we're going to have even less money going into it. So hopefully my creative juices will ooze out of my face.
Yeah.
And we'll start to come up with fun ways, and we'll utilize shorts, and we'll try to be a little more present on the platforms that are drawing audiences, you know, and not focusing so much on, we filmed it, we need to release it. More like, what's missing?
What do we want to film?
What does it, what makes sense? And then purposefully go out and shoot that and make it as best as we can. What are your thoughts?
On what?
The future. You haven't done this.
Lived in a van?
Yeah.
Well, I think like this is gonna be a really awesome opportunity for us. We've been like nonstop working for the last year and however many months, and this is gonna be like go time. Like our work is gonna be on the channel, but it's also gonna be us like living this new chapter in which we go to all these different places and we do all of these activities that we've had basically on a bucket list for forever. And we get to try new things and explore new places. And so it's going to be, I'm hoping it's going to be like a big kind of cultural and like growth experience for us to get out and do all these things that like really, well, personally, like really fill up my cup, like really make me feel alive and like happy.
There's going to be a lot of uncomfortable moments for sure.
Yeah, sure. And we're going to have to see how loud the fan is and like whether I can poop in the bathroom with you sitting on the bed or if I have to make you leave the van.
Yeah. A lot of trial and error for sure. You know, we built all this stuff. We have a game plan, but is it going to work out how we
like are we going to break down, or is our water going to
our cabinet's going to fall out? Are we going to fit all of our clothes in there?
Yeah.
Are we going to have enough
I think
food?
that'll be the biggest test. Like, can we fill the van with all our stuff?
Yeah. I have a lot of stuff. We did do a good job though. I think we
we have a lot of storage. We're not even done yet. We'll have a little bit more, but we'll just have to see how it goes.
So we're excited, you know, we're nervous. I'm freaking out money-wise right now. Like, these are the things that you,
sugar mama.
No one ever sees on camera, is like just the overall stress that comes along with it. But that's life, you know, everybody's got that. And what we're doing is risky, and this just comes along with it, you know? And I've just been risky for the past 4 or 5 years. I hit those moments of like $0 in the bank account, and then, you know, I get a little bump, I get a freelance gig, a little something to make me survive another month or two, and then back up, you know? It's a wave, and she's not used to that. She's used to having something.
Yeah, it's like a regular heartbeat. What do they call that? You're supposed to be like beep, 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 and Ben's like beep. Beep, beep.
Yeah.
Which is okay, but it's a different style of living, and I think that we'll be able to make it work. Yeah. It's not for everybody.
No, and we're going to be documenting it, and who knows, maybe somebody will be interested in seeing that, you know? Because I do think a lot of people
struggling to live.
Yeah, I think struggle is something that is constant, you know, whether that's financial or physical health, mental health, all that. It's just being an adult, which is the worst. I try so hard not to be one. That's like my whole life, is to try not to be an adult. So I guess cheers to a new year, not only for us, but to all of you this past year, having you all here to support us, and the newcomers that came along to support us, like, made all the difference.
Yeah.
We're kind of...
got us through a couple really tight months.
Yes. We hope you stick around, and we want to keep making content for you guys, and just wanted to say how much we appreciate you being here.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll see you next year.
Good one.
Yeah.